Okay, I'm going to show you the latest version of OpenDungeons here. This is the development version that's on my computer here at home. Normally when I do screen captures, normally when I make videos I just do a screen capture. The frame rate on those is really bad though, so I'm trying to record this with my laptop. We'll see how this works. So I'll start up the game here. I've improved the level loading quite a bit, so it's quite a bit faster now. The Q and E keys on the keyboard zoom out. I'm just going to show you what the level looks like. You start out in this kind of round part on the end here, and then it comes out and hooks around, and then you've got to get down here and kill all these big creatures down here. I've actually put a couple of the dragons, knights, and kobolds are your creatures, and the wyverns are too. These are the wyverns. I've got some of the creatures scattered throughout the level of your own color, and some of them are actually in places where they'll get eaten right away when the level starts up. I did that because as creatures kill other creatures, they get experience points. So this dragon here, what's going to happen is when the level starts up, these creatures will come and eat it, and then they'll get higher experience points, or higher levels, so they're a little tougher when you go and fight them. So that's what these somewhat friendly, like here's another friendly creature that'll get eaten by these things here. So to start up the actual game, we bring up the terminal with the F12 command, or F12 key. Set a nickname with the nick command, and we type host then to host a server. And then you can press enter twice. The second enter will close the terminal and let you get back to playing the game. So we start out, I'm going to tell my creatures to start digging out area here and claiming land, and we'll get to killing things. You can see the picking up and dropping creatures works. These creatures, normal, regular, everyday creatures, can only be dropped on tiles that you've claimed already. So I can't drop them out here, but I can drop them on these tiles here. The kobolds you can pick up and drop on dirt, which is fine. They'll drop, or you can drop them on claimed tiles, of course. But you can't drop them on tiles claimed by an enemy, which these are over here. So you see it won't let me drop the creature here. So, I also added the claimed area that you've got kind of creeps out slowly. You can see it's going out here. Each tile adds about 0.04 or 0.05 of the color of its own color to the neighboring ones. So these are getting double. Like this one here gets double because it's got contributions from this tile and this tile. So at about 10 to 20 turns, the tile will creep out and be claimed. The creatures themselves, the workers can claim tiles too. They claim them a lot faster. So most of the tiles you claim will end up being ones that your creatures do sort of the normal way. And then the creeping just kind of fills in the little areas like this that you don't want to have to go out and claim, waste your time on. So we'll actually start doing a little bit of combat here. We'll dig out these tiles so that the enemies can get to each other. And then I'll get my kobolds out of here so they don't die. So if you can tell, as the creatures kill things, they'll gain experience points, and they start to get a little bit bigger. This one here is getting noticeably bigger. He's actually really killing a lot of my people. Creatures get experience points for doing damage to other creatures, and also for being damaged themselves. They gain a small amount of experience for taking damage. I think this makes it a little more dynamic. That way the creature that gets the kill doesn't get all the experience, and then other creatures get nothing. They all get it proportional to how much they contributed to the battle. So you can see it, game runs pretty decently. The AI can be sped up quite a bit with the TPS command, turns per second. I'll set it to 2 here. That's a decent playing speed. 1 is the default. At 2 you can still play the game decently well. It runs at a little more reasonable rate. Much higher than that, it starts to get hard to pick up creatures because they're running around so fast you can't hit them. This is actually a bug here. Creatures, for some reason, the workers get stuck next to the lava. I haven't figured out why that is yet. I think it's due to some of the optimizations I made to the pathfinding recently. So we'll dig out a couple more tiles here and show you another battle, and then I'll quit the level. I don't think I'm going to play the thing through to completion. It's fairly lengthy, and I don't know if I'd make it there anyway. So you can see the dragon getting a little bit bigger. I'll put the this dragon here next to the other dragon so you can see the difference in size. Also, by the way, I've added, you can scroll with the scroll wheel to reorder the creatures in your hands. I showed that in the last video, but it was kind of hard to tell. So you can drop whichever creature you want. So I'll put the two dragons here so you can see how big. You can see the second one. This is the one that's been doing the fighting. It's noticeably bigger. It's a little hard to tell when it's just standing by itself, but when you get them together, it's quite apparent. So that's the current version of the game, and it's yeah. Oh, also the goals down here I showed in the last video. These will, when you actually do claim 1,000 tiles, this will move down and be completed. This one, the protect creature will move to unfinished if the creature dies. In the future, I plan to add a failed goals, so that it'll actually move to failed if the creature dies, so you know you can't complete the level then. And the kill enemy creatures is possible if you that will also be detected if you succeed in doing that. Oh, this is another bug I'll point out, just so I don't get bug reports on it. I am aware of this. Certain parts of the level, I'm not sure what it is, but when you mark the tile, they don't get the little dig symbol. They get the drag symbol, just stays there, but they function correctly. It's just a display issue. So I'm not sure why this section of the tile does it and this section doesn't. If anyone has any ideas why that might be, I'd appreciate hearing about that. So we'll watch these wyverns get killed and then close the game down. You can exit the game by just pressing the escape key or by bringing the terminal down and hitting quit. The terminal is where you do most of the interaction. You can save and load levels and start games. You can also multiplayer is working, so you can also host a game on one computer and then even on the same computer or on a friend's computer have them run the connect command with your IP address, and then that'll let you play multiplayer. So hope you enjoy the game.